Hey guys, it's Nicky and welcome back to episode 2 of The Mentors. This week we have some deathmatch gameplay from Miss xRenascent, and we have a few returning cast members from last week, including Gia. RudeOnion's back on board, and I'm most excited about having Loomer finally on board. You guys may know him from his Templar training series. In fact, he's the one who got me into Assassin's Creed, so it's cool that we have my mentor on The Mentors. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. Let's get into it.
Your objective is to identify your target, then kill them.
Okay, so right off the bat, spawning into Whispers, never a good scenario. Sometimes you can quickly identify and stun your pursuer, but you can also walk away, as she's done in this case.
Don't you hate it when you get stunned very conveniently for your pursuer? I know I do. It's one of my most hated moments, most rage-filled moments of deathmatch, and it really sucks. I know, I feel your pain.
Not gonna lie, if this had happened to me at this point, I would have just straight up trashed the gameplay, but luckily, Rena has a lot that we can learn from this deathmatch. She just got it to a really unfortunate beginning right there. Right now, she's running Disguise, Decoy, and Disruption. That's a very deceptive set. Ooh, alliteration.
That one might have been a good opportunity to try and build a focus, at least see if you could. I don't think that they had any immediate pursuers in the other pursuers in the area. Of course, you don't know that necessarily. Well, you can tell, I guess, how many pursuers your target has. I would have tried to build up a focus there. I know it kind of sucks for them because it's not their fault for being stuck, but you got to try to take advantage of that.
She pulls off a hidden there. Doesn't matter if it's contested because she's bringing Determined. That is a very important perk, and I like that she's using that. She can utilize that well, especially in a free-for-all mode in which, you know, you have so many pursuers on you when you have a high placing, and it's really hard to chain a streak without Determined or without kill buffer. So I like that she's using that perk.
Disguise, of course, has been a staple of deathmatch ever since Revelations, and it continues to be an AC4. Decoy is also a very good option. Disruption is also great, especially when you have it crafted to maximum disruption level.
Even though she did pop her Disguise right there, the Puppeteer did notice her. Might not have broken the lock if the Puppeteer had detected her standing in the blend group earlier, and she probably guessed that she disguised right there.
Blender's really good when you're using Decoy as well because it makes it a little less obvious when the Decoy runs that it's a Decoy, because generally you'll have it blended already.
Determined is a very important perk to run in Deathmatch because with no personas that are natural lookalikes, you're going to need to get around those contested kills that are now going to have your score multiplier.
Definitely be careful about Glimmer. It's a lot more powerful now than it ever was in AC3, so you got to really watch it.
That was a damn good Glimmer right there. I did not even see that Night Stalker, appropriately enough, glimmered himself in that dark corner and managed to get a stun right there.
If she'd kept the lock on him, probably could have had a better idea on what happened there. Probably unlocked to try to test that Navigator, but that's not really necessary, and maybe could have gotten at least a contested kill.
Got lucky right there. Gotta get your hiddens. That'll help you get up to your bonuses.
A good job identifying the pursuer. They're walking in that space that I mentioned earlier where NPCs don't walk. Using Disruption to stun is tricky. I think generally you use it kind of like firecrackers, so if you kind of either want to do it when you're standing in a big group so that they lose their lock and kill a civilian, or you run around them to the side. If you're the only person and you're standing right in front of them, chances are they can still mash the kill button and still kill you. That was a nice stun.
I'd suggest crafting it for the highest level of distortion, if you haven't already, because then at least you could run up behind them and probably catch them off guard, because they cannot see a damn thing, trust me, when they're disrupted that strongly.
So she has detected the Navigator. She's kind of creeping around the corner right here, taking a stealthy approach. Now, she didn't go directly for the target, which is a really good thing, but she does give herself away by jumping on top of these boxes. She had a pretty good approach up to this point, and she was just out of range of the acro/aerial. So now the Navigator knows who she is.
But she got the kill. It was a little bit of a wasted ability because he was still able to easily contest it.
Again, a bit too close on that disruption right there, but good thing she was running Determined. That got her 450 points instead of, I can't do the math in my head, less points.
I see you switch now to a set that does have Blender as well, and Disguise. I think the other one that you use is Time Phase, well, which is great for, if anything, making sure that your targets or your pursuers get less for their kills. So it's not a bad combination. I do think Blender would have been more helpful with your other set, though.
I wonder if she had hit the kill button as soon as she was able to she might have avoided the contested kill. I'm not sure.
Oh my god, guys, this water I found on Nikki's desk is amazing. Is this banana nut?
So here she's going to pop a really nice decoy. She's going to get a poach, and she's going to get a 350 hidden. Nice way to throw everybody off with that one.
Well done using your decoy right there. You probably didn't have any idea which one was the real you, and probably didn't even see you considering that you were mingling with a bunch of other NPCs. That was a good time to send it out.
So there somebody gets stunned on the ground. Her pursuer could be anywhere. Her target she's waiting for. Bench kill, you know, I don't blame her, but there she's picked off.
Unfortunately, the decoy wasn't fooling him that time. Probably because it was kind of around a corner and a little easy to screen. Or maybe he just noticed the behavior wasn't really quite like a person.
Oh, the ever so stealthy position on top of the roof. There is almost no reason you should be on the roof in this map, at least for deathmatch.
I wouldn't say that it's necessarily working out because she's in second place right now and it's getting really late in the game. She may want to look at a strategy change, but it's not a bad strategy nonetheless. Alright, so we've got 4 minutes left, and now she's whipping out Time Phase, the best ability in this game in terms of what it can do offensive and defensively.
Oh, just barely missed the hidden kill there. That's really unfortunate. Might have even been worth risking a short jog to try to get in that blend group.
Here she turns a corner and she's picked off. She's really getting screwed over by that building.
Nice job spying the pursuer last minute. Contesting is probably about the best you could hope for in that case.
Oh, it looks like she's going to be switching sets over to Time Phase, Glimmer, and Disruption. Disruption remains the same, but I would actually always go for Disguise over Glimmer in Deathmatch, just because I can't really stand the fact that Glimmer only lasts for somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds. I much rather prefer Disruption's visibility, but Deception ability, and the fact that it lasts longer.
Keeping Blender, I'm personally not crazy about using Blender in Deathmatch because it gives you away really easily for hidden, when you're trying to enter blend groups for hidden kills, unless I'm using Decoy or something, which helps just mask the decoy a bit. So in this sort of profile set, I might recommend not, swapping Blender for Determined, which is one of the best perks in the game for any point-based mode.
She's able to get a hidden kill, and she's picked off. It seems like every time she's getting something, she's getting picked off afterwards. So it's going to be really difficult to streak in this game.
You fucking get me as a target? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Nice job telling that was a disguise and paying attention to your line of sight. It sounds like he was raging a little bit, which probably means that you did something right, so kudos.
A pretty good use of Time Phase there. You usually want to do it when you're in a group and when they're running at you to try to kill you so that they'll kill a civilian instead. Unfortunately, it seems like apparently none of those other people were after her, so that was unfortunate.
I'm pretty sure she just encountered that huntsman who wasn't her pursuer, and then she was standing right next to him and the contract system just screwed her over. I hate it when that happens, but it happens.
Alright, so there she gets a pretty crappy spawn, but she gets knifed, and it looks like she was able to utilize the bug to where you zoom towards somebody when they knife you. Hey, if it's gonna help her, who gives a shit?
Unfortunately, Glimmer is a lot like Disguise. You need to use it before you potentially walk into their line of sight or before they can see you. And so, in a lot of cases, I've never been very good with Glimmer. I prefer a Disguise crafted for duration instead. I find that much more useful for a lot of the situations I'd use Glimmer. Other people have more success, though, especially in AC4, where it's been buffed with its visibility.
Massacre.
You gotta be aware of the fact that the Rebel has 2 pursuers on her, so you don't want to get your kill poached. You gotta locate the target pretty quickly, and contract lost. I saw that one coming.
Game, give her a target so she can win, please. Here we go. She's got her ×2 disruption dart there. That was very well utilized. You can tell that he has no idea what's going on there. That is an actual pursuer.
At this point, I would go over to the side of the building and see if you can get like a cheap corner stun on him, considering that he is disrupted. You know where he is, and that he doesn't have a line of sight on you, or he doesn't have you locked because he's disrupted as he goes around the corner. So that would have been a good time to try to take advantage of a corner stun. Of course, he could have been ready for it, but I think that in this case, it would have been well worth the risk, at least.
So here it's looking like her target wants to be a doucher, and he's just going to run around the map, and chase breakers are going to magically close. And if she's going to win this game, he's going to have to stop this. She's popping the glimmer. She's turning the corner. Where is he? He is lingering inside a blend group. He has no idea what's going on. Wipes are being dropped. You're going to get annihilated. You can sit down, son.
Man, Glimmer just does not last long enough, and when you see a person appear out of thin air, you know that they're probably trying to stab you in the neck.
Okay, so very close second place at the end. A few missteps, some bad luck, but you know, we've all been there, and overall it was pretty solid gameplay, so good job.
Good game, and that was a close one too. The 3 top scores are all 5K, all over 5K. So, well done. That was definitely a close match. That was definitely a good game. Well done to all the players there.
Landing those stuns are really important in free-for-all. You gotta stay alive, man. Alright, so unfortunately, Rena did finish second, but we learned a lot about this game. Sometimes it can screw you over, and that's a bit unfortunate. If there was maybe 1 or 2 less kind of random moments, I think she could have pulled off the win back here.
Unfortunately, you can't win every game, but at least Rena made an effort. Anyway, if you guys want to check out the players channel or any of the host channels, those are down in the description, as well as a few instructions on how to submit your gameplay for the next episode of The Mentors. You can also find a link to the Ubiforums thread there. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you want to leave some feedback, comment section down below, and subscribe for more content from me. I've been Nick from StealthShampoo. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all some other time.